For more than a week, 4 dogs were locked in 2 crates in an empty lot in New Orleans East, a suburb off of Chef Menteur Highway.
It was urine saturated, full of feces. They were filthy, stunk to high heaven, and slightly mad, which can't blame them.
Jamie from Metairie Humane says when she got out here on day 9 of the dogs being reported, they were back in a kennel on this empty lot. And she says that there was a woman in a van with an adolescent child who was feeding them and said she'd been doing so every time she could scrape up money to bring them food. But she said she was living in a bus station. Now, she doesn't know, was that the owner who couldn't afford them, or was that just a good Samaritan who was out here feeding them?
That woman said she'd been calling 311 for 8 days and nothing. So Jamie brought 3 of them to her shelter on Airline. 1 other was rescued.
We've named them our New Orleans East trio. We have Chef, Menteur, and Dowman.
Just to be bathed and touched, they needed mild sedation. Every day she gets on the floor with them to try to calm their fear and aggression. Finally, Monday morning, a breakthrough.
So I have been able to touch them all, pet all of them. One of them even rolled over, let me rub his belly, gave me kisses.
They still snap and need to have veterinary care, but she says her small, nonprofit, no-kill shelter with nothing but volunteers is overwhelmed with dozens of small dogs that need homes. It's a sign of the cuts in animal control services after the city cut the Louisiana SPCA budget by 38%. As a result, the SPCA says it can no longer pick up strays, so they can only respond to emergencies like animal attacks. And in that case, you need to call 911.
And we're all over capacity. This should have been addressed. This is a huge gap in the system. It's broken. It's broken. Somebody needs to fix it.
Meg Farris, WWL, Louisiana.
Well, the Louisiana SPCA says strays can be brought to its shelter Wednesday through Saturday. That is from 10 to 5. Now, when it is closed, call 911, not 311, for any bites or attacks, negligent or cruelty or injuries. If you want to adopt a small dog from the Metairie Humane Shelter, we do have a link to our website, WWLTV.com.